So I don't know if I like my new method here of handling the show, but I'm trying to make it work. I used to use Evernote and clip all the articles that we were going to do, and then I would just flip through each article as we go through them. It prevented issues like loading and adverts and stuff like that. But Evernote was causing the browser to crash on certain occasions. So I had to uninstall it. And now I'm stuck clicking on an article and then looking at it. Like some common user.
Oh, come on. Why would I get signed out of the topics? I really, really, really hate Google these days. Every time. Fuck you, Google.
That might actually be a website, so don't use it.
I'm going to Google that just to see if it is a website. Because I don't think anybody's watching this show anyways besides us.
There's no one else watching it right now. I don't know. It says 3 people. I don't know who the 3 are.
Fuck you, Google Plus. Facebook, fuck you, Google. Most of it's Google Plus that people
are in
giving the big old FU to. We have Gumby 8888. Welcome, Gumby 8888.
Gumby, haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, and now Morpheus shows up.
It doesn't show that on my screen.
I don't just know. Showed up. Of course, well, she's thinking, I've still got 2 more minutes I can sleep. He's fixing his coif of a hairdo now.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Yeah, let's just get this road on the show.
So it is. It's February 2nd, 2014, and you're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah. I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 412 of Mods on Air, bringing you the week in gaming news as modders, developers, and gamers ourselves. I am foyleman, and also on the show today we have with us Stryder. Hello, Stryder.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, and we also have with us Breesy. Hello, Breesy.
Hello.
Hey, so before we begin, let me remind you all that this show is recorded live. You may join us and message about the topics as we discuss them. Or, you can just watch it at your leisure whenever, because we do throw these up on YouTube. You can check out all our past episodes over at MODSonair.com. All of them. And we do occasionally talk about some
catching up to do.
Yeah, there's also occasionally some adult themes and stuff like that. So catching up on what?
On all those episodes. If you're gonna go back and watch all of them, then
412 of them, or 11 of them.
Catching up to do.
But with adult themes comes adult supervision. So if you need an adult in the room, please go get one. Okay. Yes, it comes. All right. I actually came up with a lot of topics this week.
I see that.
I know, and let's kick off the shoe with Windows.
Really big shoe.
Yeah, with Windows. Microsoft says anyways, that they're going to bring back that old desktop that you used to love from now into Windows 8.1.
Didn't they say that originally? That was the whole original thing of 8.1, wasn't it? That was bringing back the desktop, or at least the start button.
I thought so. I don't know. Well, now this is going to be the default. It's going to be back. And I don't know why anybody's ever going to use the other one. I hope they put some statistics in there to prove it to themselves that they were wrong.
I laughed because they got the cloud-based guys who they're courting right now to be their to be the replacement for Steve Ballmer, and he's a tech guru. is not, and yeah, sure, he's the stupid thing that I read on that article was that he has proven very successful in implementing the cloud-based market, i.e., their cloud-based office suites and storage capabilities and things like that. And they're saying, yeah, the business model that he's come up with is very profitable. It's because they took away everything else and they forced you to go to that.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really need a tech guru to fix their company. They need a motherfucking sorcerer. They need someone that's going to come in there and wave a magic wand like the last 6 years or 10 years almost of poor decisions are just going to be disappeared because they've gone down a path that is just insane.
It is, I know. They've killed their business edition of Windows, and that's got to be 90% of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and by doing that, they've killed their business because that was their business productivity suite was what made Microsoft.
Yes.
That's what made it the operating system that everybody used at home because they had to use it at work because that was what everything was on.
Right.
And people were comfortable with that, and they developed a
love-hate relationship, but they.
Yeah, it's a bizarre relationship. But by the same token, they developed a relationship with the people that people were comfortable with that. It's like, oh, well, it's Windows. Which one? XP, Vista, sorry to hear it, Windows 7, 98. What do you got going on? Now, what do you got? Windows 8. Oh, well, sorry. Like, what do you say to that? And that's the direction that they headed. They were trying to emulate the flash in the pan success that the iPhone had, that the Apple iOS on their touch screen and their iPad and their iPhone. They're trying to emulate that. Oh, that's everybody wants to do business that way. No, they don't.
Well, the guys at Microsoft, they all work from their phones.
No, they don't.
Blatantly do.
They all work off their iPhones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand this, and now they're backtracking. Go figure. But I honestly think that this is just way too little, too late. And then what's going to happen with?
It's not too late.
What's going to happen with old Bill Gates? Is he going to come back? He's not going to run the company. He said that.
He swore he wouldn't come back.
Yeah, but he's going to come back.
He swore recently that he wouldn't come back.
Fuck, he'll be back. You guys do while I was on Hawaii.
I think he's been saying that anyways.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's probably thankfully got his money when he did, and
now he's out. Well, nothing to do with me. Can't blame me.
Yep.
Wasn't even you.
Yeah, he probably did not sell out. I don't remember ever reading any articles that he sold his shares. He doesn't have to.
Yeah, I don't know.
But somebody sold their shares and went over to Epic and said, "Give me Gears of War." Yeah, because they bought it apparently, the Microsoft Studio, or I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with this. Are they going to keep they're going to keep the franchise? They must, right? But what does that mean?
Oh yeah.
They have to have a game that they can put one out every year, like they did with Halo.
Yeah.
So, step in Gears of War.
But they didn't make Halo. They didn't make Halo. They owned it, but they never did anything with it.
But that was their franchise title.
Yeah. But I thought they owned Halo too. So where is Halo?
Guarantee with every Xbox.
Yes. Until now.
Halo. Now they don't have that. So
no.
what do they need?
But there is a rumor that they're going to reboot Halo. They're going to give you a new Halo, and they're going to redo Halo 2 for the Xbox One.
Oh God.
So it's going to be called Halo Redo.
Halo Redo. I like it.
Same shit, different disc.
I don't know why they've gone out and bought Gears of War as opposed to come up with something new.
Yeah, I know.
And see, this makes a bold statement about the gaming industry, how nobody is willing to take a risk on a creative IP.
They can't take it. They've already taken a hit on how shit the Xbox One is. They can't take a hit on the game as well.
Whose fault is that, though, B?
That's true. It is your fault, Jeff. It is your fault.
My fault?
Oh, is that not where you were going with it? Sorry.
Where I was going with this. It's their own fault. Are you drinking vodka?
Everything.
Yep. Vodka and Coke? No Coke?
Vodka. I just put it in the Coke bottle to make it look more acceptable at this time in the afternoon.
Yeah. It's vodka and Coke. I drank Coke before.
I like to mix it when it's inside.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs, and it's funny because the next topic just says exactly how horrible it is.
Oh, how they're coming up with special editions?
Yeah.
Special edition Xboxes. Okay, here. First of all, not on this article, but but it does mention that there's going to be a special Titanfall edition of the console. All right, but what I found very interesting, and I think this one, oh yes, this one does say it, is that there is a less expensive version of the console coming that's going to be all digital. In other words, the one that you bought now, if you bought one, is both digital and analog, so that you can hook it up to that old CRT TV that you have. And yeah.
Plus, the new version is not going to have an optical drive.
Yes, I did see that.
Wait, what's it going to have?
No
drive at all?
No drive at all. But wasn't that the original plan anyway? When it first was announced, didn't they say that it would have no optical drive?
Yep, and it went through a shit.
So they're still trying to push it.
Yep. Digital delivery.
I wonder if you can use an external.
How much does that drive cost them to put it in? How much is this console going to be less?
Well, doesn't it have a Blu-ray drive in it?
God knows.
I don't know. It's probably still HD DVD.
Let's get rid of Betamax. We ordered all these fucking things.
That was a message. We might get 6 inches of snow tomorrow, so they're already considering calling work off. Inch of snow on the way. Yeah. All right. So we're going to get the new Xbox. We're going to get a new Gears of War and a redo of Halo. Basically, they just burn it on a different disc, I guess, right?
Gears of Halo.
And Gears of Halo. Let's cross the two. Why not? Sure.
That is their method of cross-platform gaming.
What
Gears
does
of Halo.
What does the Xbox cost right now? Isn't it like $450? Or is it more? Is it $599? Am I way off?
Which, the Xbox One?
Yes.
Well, let's see what Walmart says it's worth in Canada. Not that I would shop at Walmart, but that's...
You got to know. $499.
$429 over here.
Okay, I'm seeing $499 USD at various places like Best Buy. But if you want a standard edition from somebody, they're selling it for $579. I don't know what the Xbox One cheap-ass edition is.
Say, for instance, it was 50 quid less.
Mm-hmm.
You need internet connection to do anything with it. So if you're that skint that you can't afford the normal Xbox, odds are you probably don't have internet anyway.
Well, see, I would go for this lesser quality one that's all digital for less money with no drive and that stuff, because I'm not even sure I want one to begin with. It's like, well, I'll get the cheap one because I don't even know if I like it.
Why would you even get the cheap one, though?
I don't want any. I don't want any at all, honestly.
$618 with Call of Duty Ghosts.
I don't know. I kind of do want it just for griefing. You know, I want to go out there and call myself Xbox Bing.
You want to tell your Bing, you want to tell your Xbox to snap things?
No. I want to go around and have a username called Xbox Bing, so that every time somebody sees me and says my name, Bing opens. See, that's the new one. The other one was Xbox log out, but then it popped up a confirmation. Do you want to log out? The new one is call yourself Xbox Bing, and whether you like it or not, Bing opens.
You probably don't even have to say Xbox Bing. Just whether you like it or not, Bing is going to open.
Were you looking for this? No, I fucking wasn't.
Little paper clip
Reminds me of that old joke. Internet Explorer is the best web browser for downloading a new web browser.
Yes.
That's because it's the only one.
Bing is the best browser for search engine for finding a new search engine.
Finding Doritos.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's step over to another console, Nintendo. Nintendo is the Nintendo bosses are taking big pay cuts because of they've dishonored their family.
Big pay cut.
Oh no.
Wii U is a failure, and
No shit.
Oh no. Why did no one tell me?
You just bought one too, didn't you, B?
Oh yeah, I've got loads here. I got boxes of them.
Boxes of Wii Woo.
I bought them for $10. $10.
Plus GST, nothing free.
They say it's only a temporary measure, of course. You know, they can't continue with a pay cut and still.
No,
it's
only until they make Mario again.
Yeah.
Mario Seppuku.
They didn't make a new Mario? I mean, that's unusual for them.
How many Marios are there now? Like,
I don't know. That and Link, whichever one that one was. When Link is
Legend
in.
of Zelda.
But yeah, there you go. You know, because I miss the idea of using my gestures to draw a bow and shoot things.
Bit of sarcasm there for you.
I'll let y'all think about that one for a while.
Well, there were rumors a while ago that Amazon was going to do their own console. That was actually before we'd heard about Steam OS. And now there are rumors that saying that Amazon is still trying to do that. When I picture their console, though, I just picture the Ouya, right? Because don't they already have a marketplace for Android games? So what's the difference?
And I just saw there was like a special edition Ouya released.
Yes, for $150, only $50 more than the other one. That has more memory and nothing else. More storage or memory? I don't remember which.
Still just an Ouya.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not buying in on that whole cloud gaming thing. I'm sorry.
No, me neither.
Cloud gaming? Ouya had nothing to do with cloud gaming. Ouya was install those phone games.
Still, why do I want to play a phone game on a big TV?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't buy one.
No.
I wish somebody could tell me.
I'm surprised at that a little bit, just so you know.
That I didn't buy one?
Yeah.
The Office bought one. That was close enough. I built a game, I put it on there, watched it go on the TV in the office, and then shut it down and put it on the shelf. That was the end of that.
Are you guys still playing with the Oculus?
No, we never did.
No.
We never did actually play with the Oculus, although there are some stories about that this week. We'll get to that later.
I was going to make you jump all around, but because you do it to us all the time. But
I know. It's easier when I have
the rules be. We just have to follow.
When I have the
Just
old.
gotta follow the rules.
Yeah. Follow the rules.
Don't ask me, man. I just work here.
I don't even know where that article is, so that's why I'm like, I can't jump to it. I can't find it.
Oh, well,
So it's just going to have to wait. Right, okay. So CyberPower PC is creating a tiny gaming desktop. I don't know what they mean by tiny because...
AKA Steambox.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
I think it's going to be the exact same thing as the Steambox, yeah. Just a different moniker. Well, they say this thing's going to be tiny and probably cost-effective because it's only like $600 for the basic unit, $1,500 for the flagship.
I just never understand these tiny PCs, because surely if they're that great and they're that powerful, they gotta get hot.
They do, sure. You just can't, put it.
Sometimes space is a premium, B.
Well, true, but I don't want my house burning down because it's got so fucking hot that
No, but
bursts into flames.
if space is that much of a premium, think of your little room that you're in, your little closet of a room there. Okay.
Hey,
If you have this, no, but if you have this little PC or this little console, and you can mount it on the wall like a radiator, and you play, that thing's going to generate heat in this large, in reference to itself, this large space, and the heat will dissipate, heating your room effectively. If you have a much larger room, you could put a larger box in there, i.e. a normal-sized PC, and it will dissipate that heat in the same fashion, and it won't look out of place. So it's all proportional heat. They're thinking of your needs well before you are.
That was the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard. It sounded educated, but...
Well, if you can actually upgrade some of the components on this, I don't think it's such a bad price. For a full PC, $1,500, 3.5 gig core.
If you can.
Is it going to be one of those things where you have to use those the mini components, and then you end up with things where like certain PCIe cards are not going to fit because there's no two slots, or the slots on the board are so close you can't put a double-decked card in there?
It does say GTX 780. It does not say GTX 780M. So it's not the mobile one. So I don't know, but I'm actually right now. I switched out my two older cards, which was a 650 and maybe a 580, which were giving me some issues, and I put in a single GTX 770, and that's what I'm running 3 monitors and running this show on now. No problems. Oh, damn it, I said that out loud.
And how does that make you feel?
I feel great about that. The card, I think, cost $350, $370, so it's I guess it's the equivalent of 2 slightly lesser quality cards, but it's doing the job, and it's probably cutting down on the heat.
I always think 1 card's always better than 2 cards anyway.
When you're running 3 monitors?
Yeah.
Because 3 monitors is a lot. I'm lucky that it has 3 outputs. 1 HDMI, which is
4 monitors. I think it's the most mine will do.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, I could run 4 on mine, but I got double cards.
Yes, exactly. That's what I used to always do. All right. And I do think $1,400 is a comparable price to a high-end PC if you build it yourself. No?
Yeah, it's a good price, but
it doesn't say how much.
If you can upgrade it, and not if you've got to buy a new computer every 3 years, 4 years, whatever.
Right. Well, probably, I don't know. As long as it doesn't overheat, it probably plays games pretty well. Probably a lot better than Google Glass. Google Glass is coming out with games now, they say.
I search.
So you can't play them while you're driving.
Oh, please, no. You can't even wear that thing.
Driving.
People are getting pulled over for wearing that thing and going to court. And there's actually some sort of video here that's supposed to go along with mini games. Yay! To inspire developers, they've made some crappy games.
Play game.
Blink, buddy. Blink to the beat of the music that only you can hear, so it looks like you're having a seizure.
Bang.
Okay.
So the video's now only starting for me, so I don't get to see what.
Okay. Well, one of them was a shooting game, so that you can play that in the subways, I guess.
Ha!
Yeah, these games do not look fun.
No. They look like a 5-second time waster. I'm like, okay, now what can I do with my Google Glass?
When you're absolutely bored on a super long road trip and you use that rock chip in your windshield to as an aimer.
Yeah, I'd rather watch TV and then play these games.
Google Glass, let's play a game.
Oh, no, it's okay, Glass. Okay. Well, let's go over to Apple anyways. Talking about these silly little games and follow up on one that we talked about last week. Remember, we talked about how somebody trademarked Candy and Saga, right? I think we came up with Saga was also another one that they did.
To clarify that, they have not trademarked it. They have filed for trademark.
I thought it was accepted. I thought they want it for Candy.
They've filed it for trademark. They've trademarked it in the EU.
No, I was going to say in Korea they've trademarked it.
Yeah, they've trademarked it in EU, but they have not. They've filed for an application in the US. And the US now the next step is going to be they're going to have to open it up for objection. And if anybody files for objection, then they essentially, it goes before a judge and blah, blah, blah. So,
well, I think we found a number of people that do object because a whole bunch of people started submitting games with the word candy in it, such as this game is not about candy and can die, can die, can die. What? What does that have to do with candy? Because it's candy, can die, candy. Okay. Candy game is one. Candy Jam. There's all kinds of candy games that are starting to flood the Apple market just because of this. And I don't know.
Well, I don't think it's just because of this. I think they're saying, you know what? You're going to do this. We're going to put these games out because until that trademark actually takes place, they can't do anything about it. And once the trademark takes place, they can't do anything about it. Any game that existed prior to the trademark.
You know, another thing is like this could also probably be a good way to get your game noticed because some people are going to look around. What kind of games are out there with the word candy in it to see what's going on, and maybe it'll be reported in a news article. I don't know. Could be a way to sell your game. Like I'm going to go and rename Dr. Nano to Dr. Candy.
Candy Hope.
Has nothing to do with candy, but you know what? Maybe it'll get noticed.
Yeah. It's a way that this is king.com or something like that is the one that's put Candy Crush Saga out, and they are trying to make it so that they have complete control over anything with the word candy when it has something to do with a video game, and it's not going to work. I read a fair bit about this, and it looks like people that trademark words really only have the ability to send out cease and desist letters, and that letter you can follow it if you want, or you can take it to court and object. And the only ground that you can that this king.com can say, you know what, candy is our trademark, they have to be able to prove that consumers are confused between your product and their product. And they have to be able to prove that. It's not for you to say anything otherwise. They actually have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that consumers are confused between their game and your game. Which is
not the case, right? Yeah. It's not.
I mean, there's a case where King.com sent out a cease and desist letter to someone that had a candy-themed slot machine, rolled around little different candies, and it was called Candy Slots. Nope. And they got sent a cease and desist letter. The guy got fear tacticked into submitting. It's a world ruled by lawyers, and
and this whole copyright trademark system is broken, completely broken.
It is completely broken.
And one of the biggest reasons it's broken is because people are behind it, actual humans, and there's lots of errors occurring as a result. Okay.
Of humans?
Humans.
Okay. Cross-platform gameplay. Yes, there's top multi-platform games that are coming out.
Multi-platform is not cross-platform.
Oh, you're right.
Two very different things.
You're right. Yeah. I elaborated too much. But these platforms, though, yes, you're right. Because cross-platform means that you can play against people on different platforms, whereas multi-platform means that this one game is released on multiple platforms, but not necessarily
and usually
connected.
Horribly ported.
Usually, yes.
Well, these are some games that you can look forward to. There is Alien Isolation. Now, we talked about that a few weeks ago, how we were not excited about it, because every Alien game has been very poorly put together. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Never
It is
played any of the Witchers, so don't know.
based on media. It's a very good game. But I've never played them either.
Never trust the media.
Yeah, go.
I mean, seriously, would you trust us? Or the media?
That's
I
right.
don't even trust myself.
Don't worry, we don't either. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. The Phantom
Phantom
Pain?
Pain.
The
Or
Phantom
game?
what?
The Phantom
The
Game?
Phan-
No, Phantom Pain.
The Phantom Pain?
Mm-hmm.
Was that like cramp?
It's like when you get your arm chopped off, like they did in the Phantom Menace. Like, oh, why'd you chop off my arm? And then your finger hurts, but it's on the floor with the rest of your arm. It's a phantom pain.
Destiny. That's the guys that used to make Halo.
So this
Destiny?
is just Halo.
Destiny.
Is that the one that I got? That is the. Hang on. I am.
What do you mean you got?
Well, I'm early access. I'm pretty sure it's Destiny.
Oh, you pre-ordered Destiny. Good for you.
No, I did not pre-order it. It's one of the perks of being media type. I had a copy given to me, and it's a open world.
Yes. It's supposed to be RPG and team focused.
It's a turn-based open world.
Wait, no. Turn-based.
That's not
No.
Oh, it is. And what? No, it's Divinity. Sorry. Divinity is the one.
That's different.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say, yeah, there's no way this is turn-based.
Yeah,
No.
and Divinity is a turn-based open world strategy
Right.
RPG kind of thing. So it's like a Tebow RPG.
Destiny is going to play like PlanetSide. It's going to be a shooter with RPG elements playing on teams. And another, why? So Tom Clancy is another one. I'm not even gonna.
That's the only one on the list that I'm remotely interested in.
And speaking of which, the entire Tom Clancy catalog is 75% off on Steam until the end of day.
I was never a fan of Tom Clancy stuff. I guess that's because of Ghost Recon when they made me play it as if it was a Arma. Just too much running and not enough playing.
Yeah. I quite enjoy Tom Clancy games, especially the newer ones. But this one interests me because I don't know much about it really.
But I thought the last one that they tried to push really hard in the media didn't do well. Wasn't it something like Raven Shield or Raven something?
No idea.
I don't
Last
know.
one
Never
I
mind.
bought was Splinter Cell Blacklist.
No. What? Cell. Yes, Splinter Cell. Okay, Splinter Cell. I don't consider part of the Tom Clancy series, even though I know he came up with the book. But that sort of turned it into its own game as opposed to Tom Clancy's blah 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 game. I mean, it's not called Tom Clancy Splinter Cell. It's called Splinter Cell. Do you know what I'm talking about? No, you have no idea, do you? All right.
No, it is. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how it shows up on my Steam list.
Yeah, I just looked, and all of the Splinter Cells are Tom Clancy's.
You're right. Look at that. Tom Clancy Splinter Cell. I guess it's all the other games that I never liked. And I was I was thinking of Rainbow Six, the one that they tried to push.
That's Tom Clancy.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That's got it. You didn't like that one?
Nope.
Right, so I quite enjoyed the Rainbow Six.
That was the one that they made you really, really, really take care of your squad.
It was Tom Clancy Rainbow Six 3 Raven Shield. That was the first,
I never played that one.
or that was one of them. That's what I was thinking of. All right. I played that, and that's when I just said I don't like Rainbow Six series. Didn't even give the others a chance.
You're judging a book by its cover.
I am.
How very game racist of you.
Is that a thing? Is that a new thing?
I don't know. It should
I don't
be.
know.
You game Nazi.
Don't try and label me.
No, you can't call him a Nazi. That's trademarked by the Germans.
All right, whatever. Anyway, going on to another platform. Another platform is that well, the article that I was trying to remember where it is before, the one with the virtual headset. Oculus, or whatever virtual headset there is. You know, this might use a different one too. Remember we were talking about one last week, the one that's built into the headphones.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have somebody's actually making a game specifically for the headset, which is now starting to catch my interest. Not enough to make me go out and buy one, but enough to make me look up and say, this could be interesting. We have
Human is an old style
a game called Loading Human. Shut that volume down so I can talk over him. It is basically they put you in the game so that when you move your hand, you know, the idea is that you see your hands, that you can interact with objects using special controllers. So it's not going to be cheap.
And the funny thing is, this game comes complete with a house, and the house is fully furnished with everything that you see inside this virtual reality headset. So you walk around in the house as you're playing this game, and you can pick up things that are in the house,
right,
and set them down, and
like Monkey Island, but interactive, for more realistically.
More realistically, which is absolutely stupid. It's a house full of furniture that you can pick up the furniture in real life.
I don't think it's stupid. I mean, how did some of these adventure games that we play now come about? I mean, when did Monkey Island first come out? That led to some other games. I mean, this is just the beginning of what can be done. I don't know what can be done to make it exciting and fun, but this is a good start, I think.
Virtual cooking. Virtual sandwich maker. We can train women at an early age.
Virtual slaughtering.
Making a sandwich, iron some clothes, wash some dishes.
Yeah, it's a trainer.
Yeah. Virtual easy bake oven.
Oh, you started a fire. Would you like to play again? Okay. Well, I think it's a step towards something, towards games that are built for the device, which is exactly what needs to be done.
I agree with that. This reeks of impracticality. Exactly. Virtual vandalism. It is not a game that's going to be fun.
No. I don't think it's going to be.
So
well, no, I'm not going to say it's not going to be fun.
If it's a game that's not going to be fun, and it's for a very, 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 very targeted audience, what the fuck's the point of making it? Just so you could say you did?
Monkey Island. The Secret of Monkey Island came out in 1990.
Does seem to be a bit of a non-starter, that one.
Mm-hmm. But it's the first to do what needs to be done.
I question that logic.
In order for this device to survive, this has to be done, or the device needs to be shelved and never come back again.
Or someone makes something like this and everybody says, you know what, this device has no further use because this is what they'll judge it on. That's the danger of a product like this. If it doesn't come out with the wow factor, you're not going to get people jumping on board with this. So they're going to be like, what if this is as good as it gets? This mediocre implementation of a device that has all this potential, and the device is going to fail because of the way it was implemented. I don't disagree that they definitely need something that is designed for this, for the Oculus or for this VR devices. But if it's this, wow.
Yeah.
Even the developers of the Oculus are like, no, don't, please, don't. Just step away from your keyboards. We'll wait for something else.
I guess. You mean Carmack?
I don't know if we want to wait for Carmack either, because he's gone off the deep end a little bit.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'll do what you want me to do. I'll jump around. Did you, now that Carmack's that's what you wanted. That's what you'll get. Now that I was hoping Ham would be here for this conversation. Now that Carmack's gone from id Software, you see, id Software is like, oh, well, now we can do whatever we want. Let's move QuakeCon to July. So all these people who know when it's going to be, are used to it, are prepared, know how to take off of work for it and stuff like that. Let's just change it up. As a matter of fact, I don't see why they shouldn't just move it to another state. Why not?
Shit, move it to Winnipeg. There's nothing going on in Winnipeg in July.
I wonder if it's hotter in Texas in July or August. Probably July. Probably August, right? I don't know. Oh, what a mess. Goodbye, id Software.
Seems to be the way we goodbye everything at the moment.
All right. Elder Scrolls. This one, you get to say goodbye to your wallet. Elder Scrolls is putting out the special edition. Elder Scrolls Online, I should say. And this was, the one that you can play online. And it's supposed to be nice and easy to play for everybody in the world on their computer. And $100 to buy the game.
It's not fun.
Plus $15 a month gives you, what? It's only like $280 to play for 1 year.
But isn't this the one that's not fun?
This one I thought was not fun.
I
don't lay blanket statements like that.
My understanding is there's a lot of people think it's not fun.
Yeah, that's what seems to be the...
I thought it was boring. I don't know what everyone else said. I was told by some other people that they thought it was somewhat boring too.
280 Morphus, not 200. 100 for the game plus 15 a month is 280.
But if you don't want this, there's a digital-only special edition if you want to save a few bucks, and that's only $80, not $100. So you save $20,
It's just the fact you're paying a full price for the game and then paying on top of that.
A full price subscription on top of that, not just like $5 a month. It's $15 a month.
I mean, at least Guild Wars 2 was you buy the game and then it's free.
Right.
Who is the publisher for Elder Scrolls? Is that EA?
Bethesda.
ZeniMax?
EA?
Is it? Yeah.
ZeniMax is doing this.
I'm just wondering because this is the exact price model that Star Wars: The Old Republic came out with. Buy the game for $100, or the digital edition for $80. Then pay $15 a month for.
Yeah, it does sound the same, right?
I mean, it's the exact. And I'm going to hazard a guess that the Elder Scrolls Online is a shat less load quality than what the game came out with Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Right. Plus, they don't have the loyal followers like you guys behind the not as many.
We tried to power through it on Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it went free and they crippled the shit out of it.
It's unfortunate. All right.
And then now I understand they're adding things, but only if you're a paying subscriber, you get the add-on things.
I think you get them first, not necessarily get them forever, but you definitely get them first.
Because nothing says a successful game and loyal followers and loyal players of the game like segregating them. And not just on 2 tiers. I think they've got like 4 different tiers that you can be segregated on the Old Republic. Ooh, what is that? Is that a statue we get with the?
Yeah, I know. I like the statue. It's some creature holding a person. Well, let's talk more about segregation. Here's a video.
This is humor. This
Sappho F.
She's lit.
Jacobs.
The lady lover, the fashionist.
Go Gary.
Go Gary.
Shoddy Killer. Jimmy Spears.
The twink.
Jacqueline Daniels.
The bisexual.
Bardwell. Emo Elmo.
Emo Elmo.
Devon Devastation. Carrie Cupcake.
The drag queen.
Ultimate Gay Fighter.
So there goes your segregation for you. The ultimate gay fighter.
This is no news. Someone's taken offense to this or trying to take offense to it for no reason.
I like it. I think it's funny.
And that's exactly what they're going for. The creators of this game are openly gay.
Mm-hmm.
They're making this as a tongue-in-cheek comedy. And anybody that's taking offense to it, they're basically saying, fuck off. Like, we're making fun of ourselves if we're making... It's a comedy.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there is.
Unless you're making fun of midgets, then
Yeah, you can't make fun of the midgets.
You're right. Look, I'm taking a look at some of the comments to see
you have to hand it to the midgets of the world.
I mean, that's why Welshie's not here. He's still at home crying.
Yeah, crying.
Yep, they're talking
Make fun
about.
of him.
They're talking about
Welsh is a
overdoing
midget.
stereotypes.
I understand that Welsh is 2 inches taller than you.
That's what he says.
Well, gotta hand it to the midgets because sometimes they can't reach it for themselves.
Harsh.
A little bit. That's why everything on your, in your room's down this level.
You're so funny.
All right. What were we talking about before we got sidetracked here?
We were talking about how EA has learned their lesson. They say.
No, they haven't.
I'm sorry. You know what?
Don't
Battlefield
lie to me.
4 has taught us so much, and it's not going to happen again. You know what? We've learned how to properly release a game thanks to the mistakes that we've made, and we won't do it again. We'll do better from now on.
And this is
Someone save this
on the eve of the Titanfall release. Why would they be saying something like this? Because they know Titanfall's going to come out full of fucking bugs. And they need something to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
I.e. big bags of money from people buying EA shit games. It's my goodness. They've learned a lot from them. They still can't fix them, but they have learned a lot of all these problems with Battlefield 4.
They will never learn their lesson.
They have no idea how to fix any of that problem. The humorous part is they could fix all the problem by removing all this extra shit that they've added in there.
Like
Get
what?
rid of your EA story, your EA login requirement. Get rid of origin requirement for browsing. Put that all back in the game where it worked fine.
Mm-hmm.
When it was Battlefield 2142, all the way up. I don't want to include Bad Company 2 in this title or in this conversation because that kind of is where they started to go wrong, and they just jumped right off that cliff right after that. But if they went back to right before they made some shit decisions with Battlefield 2, I think that franchise would be doing a lot better, and then EA could say something along these lines. But to just keep pushing sheep over the cliff, it's like saying, yeah, we know that there's problems and we know how to fix them. Or they're not even saying we know how to fix them. We know there's problems, but we're just going to keep pushing these sheep over the cliff until one of them learns how to fly.
All right. It's just funny watching them try and backpedal while they're waving, while the fingers are crossed behind them and waving the next game. Go on. They're not looking.
Please buy this one. Please buy this one. They bought it. We've learned our lesson from the Titanfall release. That won't happen again with Battlefield 10.
I will admit that although I don't play it very much, I do enjoy Battlefield when I play it. Battlefield 4. But I'm not saying that anybody here should go out and purchase it as a result. No.
Good, because that's not.
That's a good disclaimer there.
But I am enjoying it in the office. I guess I could potentially enjoy any game in the office as opposed to working.
It's not working. So.
All right.
I nearly bought it, and then I was like, nah, still not buying it.
I
cheap in work, and I was like, ooh.
In all honesty, I have a feeling I would have a hard time even enjoying that game if someone was to give it to me free. Like if EA said, you know what, Battlefield 4 is free for everybody, I would have a hard time wasting my bandwidth.
No, you wouldn't. If it was free, you'd do it. You'd be like, hey, it's free, and you'd start downloading it. I think so.
Okay, yeah, I would download it because it's free. Would I play it? Probably. Would it be
for a few minutes?
Probably.
Yeah, you would definitely complain about it. Only because I've played it and I know.
I would play it just because there's nothing else to play, but I'm not going to spend money on it.
Because the last time I played, which was once this week, first thing that happens, okay, I got to do another download. Oh, look at that, Origin has to update, so I have to wait till Origin restarts. Okay, now I can finish downloading the game.
God.
Oh, I got to redo the browser plugin so that I can actually see the list of servers. Oh, looks like the list of servers doesn't work. I guess I have to uncheck the filters I previously had because they're making no servers show up at all. Because for some reason all the EA servers are down at this very moment, so I can't have a ranked server. Hey, okay, here's some servers. Let's jump in. Oh, it crashed. Oh, EA servers are back up. I can join now and play. Yay, we're playing. That was my experience.
Sounds like just like Battlefield 3.
That's your glaringly positive review about.
Yeah.
Hey, those 15 minutes that I played were good. I had an hour.
Yeah, we had an hour to game. We had a good solid 7-minute run, and then it was time to go.
Yes, that's what it was.
I don't know. If it goes really cheap, then I might have a look. But it's half price in work for me at the moment. I still don't want it. Plus, I can get
really
more
cheap.
off it.
Really cheap, i.e., they give you $20.
Well, yeah.
Well, that, that's the Steam sale we saw before.
$0 and $10 mark is where I'm sort of aiming.
120% discount.
That was a sweet deal.
All right. Well, at least we don't see mistakes like this. Well, I guess I should also mention it was a MacBook version of the game. But Mafia 2 had some very interesting glitches going on. Here's a video of this guy walks in to a room in Mafia 2 to talk to some old lady. She's there. Go flip to him. Flip back to her. Come on. There it is. Now she's a Leatherface.
Wow, that's weird.
It is, I know. If you pay closer attention, it's actually his jacket being projected onto her face. So I don't know how you do that by mistake. That's a good one. So we can't just blame EA and Battlefield. There's a number of other games out there with these little issues.
Yeah, every other
That's
game.
not a game breaker, though.
No.
No, it's not a game breaker. You're right. You're not stuck out of the server, unable to play the game, asking yourself, why did I put the money out for this?
This is very similar to the one you used to get on Fallout New Vegas, where the guy's head used to spin around.
I think this game had some of that. Oh no, maybe it wasn't this game. Yes, but there were some. There's more than one game where the head spins completely around. Or how about some of those games where the bodies like start going inside of themselves? Their feet go up through the center of their body and come out the top. And
that's poor ragdoll. That's one of the reasons people don't implement ragdoll effects.
That's not ragdoll. That is actually the fault of the model.
Yeah.
When the points and the bones in the model itself end up having the wrong center point, they all end up coming to a convergence and ending up with this blob. I've seen it before. In practice.
In practice?
In practice. I've been giving models to put into games, and that's what happened. I'm like, you need to give me a different export, because this isn't working. And then the problem's solved. So yeah. Okay. Somebody put an article out to find out what is the best game engine for crashing cars.
Whatever the engine is that they use on Twisted Metal. Burnout Twisted Metal. That's the same game, isn't it? Burnout Twisted Metal?
I don't know.
Burnout is fantastic.
People are saying Beam NG versus Next Car Game. Because Next Car Game is fairly new, right? I think that came out like a month ago.
Great.
I haven't played it.
I watched the video that the Next Car Game. It was not that great.
Which one's which? Is Next on the left? Or on the right? Because the one on the left looks a little better to me. Bugbear? I don't know. I don't know which one's which, but whatever. Next Car Game is the one on the left. The Bugbear is the next. I thought that one looked better than this one that they're showing for Beam NG. Maybe I just don't like the model of the car. I mean, like, why are they using a Buick as opposed to...
I just thought it was...
See, the white car is definitely the better. For me.
Now I'm seeing different results than what I thought I saw before. It looks like more fun with that red car to me, but the crunching and the actual destruction looks better.
It looks better. The one on the red car looks glitchy. It looks like it.
Yeah. I guess I like that plain background that they have going on with the red car. Looks more interesting, more open, and flexible. I could be very wrong. Either way, this is not the thing that I like to do in my free time anyways. Unless, of course, I'm playing GTA. Okay, here's another game that I came across in the news, but I don't know. I'll just play it and let you guys decide if it's... I gotta say, this must be a Unity game. It's called Kill the Bad Guy. And basically what you have to do is set up a way to kill the bad guy. You set traps in a way that he won't see the trap coming, but gets killed. Influence a character's path, it says.
Make it look like an accident.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's a good reason, a couple good reasons why the environment looks so plain. One, they want to be able to give you a big enough environment that it doesn't bog down the engine. So as simple as possible. And then number two, because they wanted to exaggerate the blood when it occurred. And I guess three, they want you to know that those elements with a more contrast are interactive. Okay.
I don't know if I'd enjoy playing this.
It's a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not sure how interesting it is. All right.
It's like Mousetrap, the game.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. Yeah, that's great. Okay, what else do we have here? Something for you modders out there is supposed to be this. Vertex thing. Now, I tried to actually download this when they first announced it, and the server went down. But basically, they have 2 books here available. One is one covers sculpting, color theory, and texturing. Has articles and workflows from Naughty Dog Studios, Blizzard Entertainment. So they're real-life examples. And then there's another one featuring articles, let's see, from modeling and texturing. It's volume 2. And you can head over there and download them, and I'm fairly certain they're free if you want to take a look at them. And yeah, these books are free, so you can see how some of the studios are actually doing things, perhaps. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I tried. I downloaded. I hit download now, and then it said error, 403.
That looks like a lot of reading. I'm not big on the reading.
Nah.
Go figure.
What you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
I thought all hobbits like to read.
We like going on adventures.
Touche.
Time to read.
Good one.
Yep. Very good. All right. Talk also. Massive Lands. Google has set up something in their map system that allows you to play Legos in Google Maps, according to this.
Bad.
There's a video and all. Build a Chrome experiment with Legos. Build here, build here. Yeah. Throw Legos down and start building.
Build your own house.
Oh, that music.
Legos seem to drop in like Tetris. And you can do it on your phone. Built for Chrome. The question is, can you save it?
Just go play normal Lego.
That's the problem.
No,
If
then
it's
you have
not
to go
electronic,
and rent
kids don't
them.
want to play with.
You have to go rent your Legos now, and it's just too
Yeah.
much.
Jesus.
Okay. We have an hour. So you guys want to talk about any of these others?
Well, let's finish it up.
You want to finish it up? Wow. Okay, all right, push. Here goes a game that is, well, the article's titled, Live Out Your 80s Mech Combat Fantasies with a PC Shooter. So a team put together something called Strike Vector. Let's see, I do have a video. I put it in the wrong order. It's available on Steam.
2D side scroller?
Was it? No.
Oh, no, I thought it was.
No, it doesn't
No,
look
not at all.
like it. Okay.
No, it looks like a
Using
mech
another
game that you can go in first-person or third-person view. There's a lot of arena fighting. Stuff that you can hunt. You know, the idea is that there's lots of obstacles in the scene so that you can either run or use it to your advantage in some way or another, or the other person can use it to their advantage. It's going to be quick,
This
like
is like-
Quake.
This is like a futuristic version of War Thunder that I've been playing.
I don't know that game.
Essentially.
But the idea was to take 80s style shooters, arena style, like Quake and that kind of stuff, very fast paced and very simple, throw it in with mech warriors, and that's what you got here. $20 in Steam. And it looks like you can make your own ships. So it's not really a mech as so much as a ship.
Yeah, it's more like a...
A flying mech.
Like
No, I
tribes.
suppose no, it is like a mech, because what he's doing kind of remind me of Zone of Enders.
Alright, well, we got another multiplayer first-person shooter kind of game here. So that was 30, so I'm looking for 31, called Epigenesis. And it's actually on sale now if you were interested in taking a look at what this game is. 75% off during what is a free weekend. Right now, if you head over there, I guess you can play it for free, or do you have to pre-purchase it? Anyway, they have Steam Early Access that's available for this game. They're calling it an FPS game.
And then once you score, you get these little seeds you can use to buff your team or provide some other bonus on the
But
battlefield.
it's kind of the arena style is not making me think of Unreal because, you know, there's all these platforms that I can see that looks like you can jump off of. But it looks big enough that I'm thinking it's almost like Tribes in an Unreal multiplayer kind of map. Because I see them, what looks like they're flying, they're moving very quickly.
Basic weapon to try to knock them into oblivion, which is what I just did, and now that guy just knocked
A lot
me
of platforms. I don't know, I could have fun with this game, but I'm not going to throw money down on it.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't. It's between Tribes and that new Shooter Mania game, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. I mean, this game is something that we already own. I can look in my library here and pull something out from the 80s, and there you go. That's the problem with this one to me. Okay. There's a new Titanfall trailer.
Yay.
Yay!
Because so much was left unsaid with the first Titanfall trailer.
Yeah.
I'll skip ahead a little.
I'm not looking forward to Titanfall in the least.
No, me either.
No, small maps. Mech warrior and player with rocket jumping.
But it's not rocket jumping, it's just you have...
Jetpacking.
Yeah, just jetpacking. Because when you say rocket jumping, I immediately think of Team Fortress 2. Or Quake.
When I say it, I'm thinking of you get short bursts. So whether you shoot a rocket on the ground and jump, or you just have a short burst on your back, to me it's kind of the same thing.
I tell you, with this Titanfall, it's just like Battlefield 4 in the way that I'm not interested unless it's going to be extra cheap. Then I'll buy it, maybe.
Not just cheap, extra cheap.
Like
The extra means that you get money back.
I want money back, or I want at least something to show for it.
All right, jumping again. Somebody made an actual batarang, and it works very well.
That was cool.
That was very cool. Yes. He made it out of wood. I was mentioning to Stryder this past week that I'm impressed by the skill it must take to make a boomerang, custom boomerang that works so well. I doubt that's just trial and error. You know, this guy knew what he was doing somehow.
he makes boomerangs. He's like, this is just a custom one he made. So his website, he's got all kinds of boomerangs for sale. And the first thing I was like, all right, how much is this batarang? And unfortunately, it just doesn't. He doesn't have them for sale yet.
And it's gone from the camera, but he's looking. Oh, bam! There it is. Caught.
Yep.
First ever throw, folks, and a catch. It didn't fly like I wanted to, but I tell you, the thing came exactly back to where I threw it. Pretty cool for the first time.
And the second time he throws it, you can almost see it the entire time, but then boom, it's gone. There it is. Bam. Definitely wear a helmet and goggles if you're doing this for the first time.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm assuming he'd eventually be selling these on his website, right?
Yeah. Fan-fucking-tastic.
It is. He's got 2 sizes. The first one was smaller. This is a much larger one. All right, and I thought this next one was pretty amazing. Amazingly ridiculous. A watch that lets you tell time by the way it smells.
What?
Yeah. It's
I
a scent.
think what like 3 in the morning smells like.
Oh, you don't want to know.
Shame. It's a scent of shame.
Yes, you gotta wonder why most hours smell like shame. Others smell like regret.
Shame and regret. That's 3:30.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna know that it's like 12:15 or something.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. People have just got way too much time and way too much money on their hands.
Yeah, it's probably on Kickstarter.
Spoils probably already got it.
Yeah.
Bought that when it came out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That was awesome. Okay, good. That calls the end of that. Now I have 2 kind of videos that I could play. So I'm going to play one right now, which I thought was very interesting. And then the other one I will play as the ending video.
What's up, guys? Welcome back
Here
to GTA 5 videos.
is a mod, which let me just jump ahead. Somebody came up with a mod for GTA 5. Note this is a not online mod because people don't like that. So single player, where you drain all the water out of everything in the world. And so now you can go around and you can either ride your motorcycle and have fun on it, or you can fly your helicopter or something. And there's some interesting stuff that these developers put under the water. They put spaceships, crashed plane, some other interesting things. I mean, the world's not going to be full of it, but it's kind of interesting to know that they put that kind of detail into the game. No wonder they had 1,000 programmers working on this.
I bet you there's some sort of a spaceship.
There is.
Alien thing.
Yeah, probably. But there is a spaceship.
I mean, like, you got the
saucer.
hot coffee mod, so you got the spaceship down there. I bet you there's something.
Well, I saw somebody find the model, and he found a way to walk through the model, and there was nothing in it, no way to interact with it. So I don't know. But there might be a sub-story, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
But I find this interesting. So now what we have is people modding it and other people who are like enjoying the idea that they can explore this new environment. Barry found a shark. Laying on the bottom because all the water's been drained out now. There's a plane.
What do you do with all the water that he took out of there?
I don't know.
Fill the buildings up with it.
Okay, so I thought that was interesting. All right, anything else you guys want to talk about?
No.
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 Wow, Super Bowl day. Be watching some football later.
Yeah.
Good one, Morphus.
Later.
Smell you later, yeah. You must have one of those watches.
That's the watch.
All right, I guess I will then take some time and thank our hosts, those hosts that actually showed up for joining us today. Stryder, thank you very much for joining us.
It's always an adventure.
Breezy, thank you very much for joining us.
No problem.
Yeah, so we will be back again next week with a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, I hope. I do hope. You know, there's got to be something out there worth playing. But until then, I want to thank
Please, God, let there be something else out there worth playing.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening in. Don't forget, MODSonair.com. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com. And please consider subscribing to modsonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
Okay, public service announcement time.
Books and whiteboards are no fun. Grab your friends and head out to the sun. We're free and we're young.
I'll go full screen.
We're gonna go to another place. No repercussions for our mistakes. Rules are there for us to break. We're gonna slip through a crack in the wall, fly the coop and the urban sprawl, end up down by the seaside. Love is a sunset in the ocean. This kind of shit looks heaps good in slow motion. We're gonna go to
Let's get out of here! Just slow you down!
Restricted area, no trespassing beyond this point. Explosive testing site. That's what happens when you skip school.
What the fuck?
I don't know what to say.
Let that be a lesson to you.